Hey Aries, this is your general tarot reading for Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant, Rising sign for the month of October. As your first card hops out, Judgment, and that is exactly what is needed for you this month, Aries. Some really good judgment based on what? Based on what you want, based on what you need, what you desire. With the full moon in Aries this month, it's time to get judging how your needs haven't really been met. It's time to, I don't know if some of you did you see that? I don't know if some of you saw that. There was a really big orb there and I felt it. That's how I noticed it. I hope it came up on camera. But this is the time, Aries. Spirit has your back, obviously, where you are making a big judgment call about what you want, what you need. And the full moon bringing all of that to you, to making sure, I strongly feel Spirit here, making sure that you get what you need. And for it not to be silenced anymore, not to be ignored anymore. There's that strong feeling, Aries, that you've been ignoring what you need, ignoring what you want, and allowing other people to maybe even dictate what's happening for you in your life. Too many other people or situations cornering you in some way. I strongly feel that. And what I feel for you this month, Aries, is that you'll feel that. You'll feel cornered, pushed in to making some decision, pushed into making up your mind, but not on terms that you want. And it could make you angry. It could make you feel like a cornered animal, where they want you to bite back. They want you to be angry. They want you to make a quick response that suits them. The pressure is on you to react quickly to suit them. And this is where you calm yourself and you chill yourself, Aries, and you sit down coolly like the warrior. Warrior doesn't win wars all the time with the razor's edge. A warrior knows that some of the greatest wars are won through diplomacy, tact, and good negotiation. You have no fear this month, Aries. Sit down and don't be pushed into a response. Don't be pushed into anything you don't want to do. Don't be pushed into making a fast decision. What do you want? And have no fear to put that out on the table and say, these are my demands. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I have to have. And I will not be pressured or prodded or pushed to do anything, say anything, be anything that I don't want to be. I have to speak honestly. I have to know honestly what I want and need. And other people have to listen to that. And I feel, Aries, for you, there's a real need to get over some fear of making it super clear what you need to happen now. Because that's what I'm feeling very, very strongly. It's almost like a situation, a person, family, friends, workers, partners, whoever it is, putting you under that pressure and that heat to do something that you don't want to do. So cool, my love, cool like the warrior, and be brave and bold and sit at the table and say, but I don't want that. But I don't want it to play out like that. But I don't need it to be like that. But this is not my dream. This is not my destiny. This is not where I see myself going. You must listen to what I need. And a lot of the reason for that happening is on that October 4th, Mars, your ruler, is the warrior, is going into Libra, into your 7th house of relationships and other people. And he's sitting down at the negotiation table. And he's not one bit afraid to be intimidated or made feel inferior or made feel like he's clumsy or, a big kind of warrior, kind of not delicate in any way. No. He will sit at that table and he, without any fear, will say, these are my demands. This is my manifesto. This is my list of what I need. This is the contract. Look over the terms and sign on the dotted line because I stand by what I want. I stand by what I need. And you can't make me do anything I don't want to do. You cannot make me go along with something I don't want. You can't offer me a contract for work and just think that I'm too afraid to scribble certain things out and say, no, I'm rewriting this shit for you now. Take it back and let's negotiate a better deal. Same with relationships. I'm not going to just glide along with this and your dream, how you see the relationship going. I'm not being selfish here by asserting myself and my demands for what I want and need. I mean, let's have a negotiation going on here. It's not all about you. I will happily go along with many things that you want this month. I will be very chill, but not at the expense of what I want and need. So there's the strong vibe of, look, I will listen to you. I will hear what you want. I will play along with lots of things. But bottom line, not at the expense of my dreams. Not at the expense of what I want. Not at the expense of my wishes or my needs. And why be afraid to say that? Why be afraid to put it out there on the table and say, this is what I want, particularly when other people have no problem telling you what they want. They're not embarrassed. They're not afraid to say, this is what I want. So you now act the same. But the very strong thing I'll say here, Aries, as this card hops out, you don't have to lose your shit. Go into your inner playlist. Find your chill playlist. Go into your inner MP3. Find your chill playlist and turn it on full volume and drown out everything else. Because this is a month where you've got to glide along and not get triggered into responses, triggered by people who come at you. It's that thing, Aries, I strongly feel it of, it has to happen now, it has to happen quickly, and oh my God, we're all in a state of panic and chaos and drama, and you have to go along, you have to do it, you have to be there, you have to, and it's very easy to trigger you that way because you're a very quick thinker, a quick mover, and you will jump if something needs to happen fast. But don't let that be a game somebody else is playing on you. If they know that all they have to do is put a fire under your feet, that'll get you moving, then you've been played. This is where the warrior sits back and just says, I'll stay. I'll stay here. I will win this. I will win, no matter how much it takes. I have patience. You don't think I have patience, but when I'm getting something that I want, when I'm in a competition here, when I need something to be pushed across the line, I have endless patience. So that's very strong, Aries. Very, very strong energy coming in here. I'm feeling for you. And I just keep hearing, don't lose your shit. Turn up your inner chill soundtrack and coast along this month. Negotiate, but don't be afraid to put what you need out on the table, and under no circumstances let the pressure and the heat force you into a reaction that you really don't want. Because what pressure and heat could do for you is turn something that was a bit raw in you into something more precious, because raw materials, as we've spoken about many times before, raw carbon, a basic form of carbon, under the certain elements of pressure and heat will produce a diamond. And that's what I feel is happening for you this month, Aries. I feel it's almost like, will I say a test? I don't know if it's a test. I actually feel it's more a gift. It's like the conditions are right. Here comes the heat. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the being held in one space long enough under that heat and pressure. What are you going to do? You're going to stay cool and turn into a diamond. So that's very strong. I'm feeling very trippy energy with you here, Aries, as I'm tuning into you. It's very, like that feeling of, if I play it like this, then they'll all get a surprise. Because, like I said a few moments ago, they expect me to be angry, irrational, with no patience. But they keep forgetting that I'm ruled by Mars, the one who will do anything to win, even if it means sitting with something. Yeah. Even if it means even being stubborn with something. We've got Taurus, Uranus in Taurus this month, in opposition to Mercury, in opposition to Venus this month, in opposition to the Sun later on in the month. Sorry, Aries, I just got cut out there. But all that opposition could make you feel like you need to be a bit stubborn if somebody else is trying to provoke you in some way or wield some level of power over you in some way, that they're trying to dominate you in some way, or crush your dreams maybe even in some way. There's a feeling of, but I will be stubborn about this. So it's very, very strong. Anyway, let me get a few more cards going on there. But this sounds like strange energy, Aries, but I feel it's actually really positive for you, because I feel if you get into that groove, in a chill zone, totally chilled, handling situations, other people, relationships, with that kind of groove going on, and having an element of, I'm stubborn until, not that I get my way regardless. It's not like all about me. It's like I will listen, but I will also get my way, and I will dig my heels in. For many of you, I feel it is definitely a situation or a person or somebody who is trying to have a level of control over you, Aries. And why I'm saying this is a good thing is that it shows them who they're playing with, that they can't exercise that kind of control over you. But it also shows you the same thing. It shows you how you can't be afraid, how you shouldn't ever allow anybody exercise that level of control over you, or that situation should never have that level of dominance over you. That stress, that feeling of being painted into a corner, that feeling of being trapped in certain positions where you can't think straight, that none of those people or situations really have power or control over you. So I'm feeling that it's a gift, and that it's a positive thing for you. That it's almost like mastering that skill or polishing it down, taking out that particular weapon of being somewhat stubborn and being able to negotiate your real needs and polishing it, sharpening it up and saying, let's not forget, I also have that weapon in my arsenal. So there's a real strong feeling of that. Had you forgotten that your sharp mind and that your ability to negotiate was one of your weapons? Yeah. Two cards came out there, the Magician. This card here. Let me get a few more cards going on there. Now, just to flip it around too, for many of you, this could be a real moment for those of you in a relationship. Things could get heated, as we talked about. All the things we covered, that could be part of it. But also there could be a lot of intense energy, a lot of high passion, and a lot of falling in love all over again kind of energy. And bringing that passion back to life, that's very, very nice for many of you. Healing something in your relationship that is healed with passion, that is healed with force and determination, that is healed because you've taken charge of some, as some part of it, I don't know. Passion is brought back, that's definitely for sure. And for the singles, I really feel for some of you, if it's what you really want this month, there could be a very passionate, very fiery new relationship entering for you this month. That seems to be a combination of romance and passion. Maybe even a whirlwind romance, a real, this is everything I want right now. This is high intense, high octane. This is passion and kind of a type of idealization of each other, infatuation maybe with somebody this month. So that could potentially happen for you. But the big thing that makes all the good stuff happen for you, that unlocks the best of this month, Aries, is not to have fear. Because I think that's what you're getting over. The fear of losing face, the fear of facing your boss and handling a situation, the fear of handling clients, the fear of asserting yourself in a relationship or within family, or in some way asserting yourself, but in a very healthy way. If you can do that, that seems to be the thing that, like a video game, unlocks all the rewards for you, you know? Show your power, but show it well. And enjoy this mood of showing your power, but with that sense of, I'm comfortable with this. I like this. I forgot about this weapon. I forgot that I can be cool, calm, with my chill soundtrack playing in the background, and I can handle all this shit like a pro. I forgot I could do this. And maybe that's why the universe is giving you that gift this month. It's saying every great warrior needs to take out the weapons every now and then and make sure that they're running and tested them for quality. So that's very strong. Now, as the Mars card, the Aries card hops out, but he is a little befuddled, so we'll get to that. Let me get 4 cards here, Aries. The energies were quite strong there, and I did, as this card comes out, can't speak now, this card came out. I forgot to say, by the way, speaking of not being able to speak properly, yeah, Halloween is happening 31st of October, and if there was anything that would probably scare us the most, give us the most horror or the most shock, is that Mercury is going retrograde. Sorry to break it to you, but we kind of have to face that. Coming towards the end of the month, the second half of the month, we might start feeling that energy of Mercury retrograding in the 8th house of power, control, money also, long-range money, getting control over your financial situation, not being afraid of getting your taxes organized, your savings organized, your money organized, getting a good control over that, and handling it early as you can in the month so that things don't get messy in the second half of the month. But certainly power, not having any fear to negotiate your needs. There's that quote by JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. So there's that thing. That's what I feel strongly for you. I hope you get what I'm saying. I got very into your energy as I was tuning into you, Aries, and sometimes when I get really into your energy and I'm trying to decipher what I'm feeling, sometimes I only ever hope that what I'm saying is making sense to you, because I kind of sometimes get lost in that energy a little bit. So I do hope you understand the message that I was bringing. Now, anyway, let's get 3 cards going on there, and we'll get to the cards as soon as we can. So 2 cards hopped out there. There was that one, and one last one. Strong spirit energy, of course, Aries, because the full moon on October 13th is in Aries. Very strong spirit energy. Very strong for you, and I think you'll enjoy that. And you're saying, wait a minute, hold on, do I want spirit energy coming close to Halloween? Are you sure I want spirit energy? It's very lovely spirit energy, Aries, very protective. And at the start of the video there, when I opened it up, I just felt that. And if you did see that orb that I spoke about at the start of the video, it was doing that thing. It was just coasting along, gliding along, saying, chill, just everybody chill. We'll get the best out of this spirit energy, the guide energy, the ancestor energy, if we just chill and remember that we kind of don't have to keep getting baited like fish with our mouths open, that we can go through this and remember that it's just a moment to be reminded that other people don't have power over our future, over our dreams, over what we want and what we need. So that's very strong. Anyway, Aries, let me just snap out of that kind of trippy energy that you brought to me this month, and let's go over to your big, grand overview. Ta-da! So there we have it, Aries. We open up with the Judgment card, the one that needs to judge, and that's exactly what you need to do. September proved to you, I think, that something needs your attention. It could be your relationship. It could be what you need to be doing with your work, where you're living, anything to do with family, whatever it might be, your money. Something, you had taken your eye off something for a while, maybe trusting somebody else that they were taking care of it, trusting that your partner was handling something. Just there was a level of, well, I don't need to think so much about that because it's not a big issue right now. But then last month, September, I think you woke up to something that it said, this needs my attention. It needs my full attention. I'm not going to coast along through bad behavior from other people. I'm not going to coast along with my work, financially, anything like that, family situations. I'm not going to coast along in this. This needs my full attention, and I need to dig deep, and I need to figure out the wisest way through this, to judge a situation, to judge a relationship, to judge what I'm bringing to this negotiation table this month. To get my full power back, I need to use my warrior skill of good judgment here, because it's time. It's time. And there's the bugle call, it's the call to go in and to get stuck into something that you had taken your attention off, and now it needs your full attention. That's what I feel. But Aries, you said, or I said to you a moment ago, you remember, don't be triggered. Don't be making judgments because somebody has come running at you. We need it to happen now. We need your answer tomorrow. We need your answer right now. We need you to make a decision. We need you to think up something. Think of a plan. Think of how to get us all out of this mess. We need you. We need you to think. Fine. This is a month where other people could be getting into a state of chaos and maybe needing you, actually, Aries. But just to say the same thing over again, just because they're running at you, just because they're saying I need a quick reaction, don't. Weigh it up. Judge it. Say, wait a minute. How does this suit me? How does it suit all of us? I'm not jumping from the frying pan into the fire here. I will not be pushed. I will not be antagonized. I feel there's a level of being antagonized here, Aries, this month. And there's the real feeling of, the more you go with the message that we've got going on here this month, Aries, the more you'll be able to handle it. Somebody, I feel it could even be an air sign, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, rushing at you to make that real fast decision. It has to happen now. I'm under pressure. It needs to happen. Oh my God. Just every time they run at you, just turn up the volume that bit more in your chill soundtrack and just keep going. Keep going, and remember the orb, just spirit is even moving to your chill soundtrack this month, saying, don't listen to those crazy bitches. They're in a state of chaos and panic maybe because they don't have their shit together. And they want you to come in and rescue everything, save the day, and maybe even blame you for not picking up certain slack. It's like, relax, don't lose your head, chill, just tune into my music a little bit here and we can all chill together. I will not be pushed or provoked or antagonized into a response that I don't want to make, Now, the Queen of Pentacles, the one who is quite happy to sit back and receive all the good things. This is a very earthy, grounded queen. She knows that the good things come to her when she isn't rushed, pushed, moved. She knows that the abundance will just fall at her lap when she stays still and steady, where she's not all triggered and fired and moved out of her comfortable position. And that's what's happening here for you. The more power, you get the most power out of this, Aries, if you are grounded, steady, and not triggered, and not moved, and not pushed, and being even a little bit stubborn, and maybe even sticking to a plan because that plan is something that you love, that you want, that you need. As I said, you're open to negotiations this month, but not at the expense of what you value, the Queen of Value. She will never, ever do anything that has no value to her, or that doesn't bring her value, that doesn't add to her life, that doesn't add to her abundance in some way. You'll never find her doing that. And that's what she's saying. And this card here is saying, not being prepared to make a sacrifice. So I feel, is it that somebody is asking you this month, maybe even a partner or a potential partner, asking you to make a kind of sacrifice that you don't want to make? Asking you to jump and do something that you think is a silly risk, or they haven't thought it through, or it's just like, it's too big of a sacrifice, it's too much to ask. And you have to go with that, Aries. If that's what you genuinely feel, if you feel whatever they're pushing you to do, if it has no value for you, then don't go along with it. If it's not worth the sacrifice, then it's not worth the sacrifice. And if they get crazy about you not going along with an idea, ignore it. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. So that's just so strong, Aries. I just feel it so strongly. Don't be budged. Don't be moved. Don't be shifted. Don't be ungrounded. Don't be unsettled. Because I get the feeling you are the only one here this month who is chill. Even though Mars is in there in the seventh house of open adversaries, you would say, oh, Mars is going in there to slay them. Perhaps a very immature Mars would go in and bark and bite. But the mature Mars is saying, chill. I'll be handling this like a pro. I know what I'm doing. I will not be pushed. And I certainly will not be antagonized by other people. I've got this. I'm grounded. Now, mid-month, we have the feeling here of somebody being very, very tricky. This is another thing that I feel is happening for you, Aries. I feel a level of success is happening for you, maybe a bit of a leap forward. Something good and positive is happening for you in many areas of your life, particularly your work, the direction of your work. Also the direction of your home and family situation. There's a lot going on that it's like something very positive happening for you. Very positive. And yet at the same time, I feel somebody trying to drain your energy. Somebody who doesn't want to celebrate your success. Maybe they say, oh, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. You've done something. You've gotten the contract. You've gotten the job. Yeah, congratulations. But what about my problems? It's almost like somebody can't celebrate something for you. Or if they see you doing something that's a success, they can't bear it. They can't bear it. So this is the energy of somebody who says all the right things, congratulations, but they don't mean a word of it. And it could also mean somebody who's even so tricky that they could get all bitchy about your success, Aries. Get all bitchy about it. But move on and don't be put into a state of chaos about this. For me, it's very strong, very, very strong, Aries. If you let them play you, if you let them trigger you, then you haven't won the energy. You haven't unlocked the rewards of the game this month. Walk away from those gossipy bitches or the people who just can't celebrate you. And in some cases it makes me a little bit sad, Aries. For some of you, there could be a real triumph going on in your life, a real milestone, a real successful moment for you, a personal achievement. And you're the only one celebrating it in any real meaningful or significant way. You're the only one. You're sitting there and you're saying, oh, well, congratulations, me. And that could hurt you. It could, but hopefully after listening to this reading, it won't. Because you've got the universe and spirit around you this month. Celebrate with them. And observe at all the tricky bitches who didn't celebrate with you. Observe the chaos they're in, and they could be the very same tricky bitches who tell you that you don't know what you're doing. In fact, it'll be as obvious as hell that they don't know what they're doing. They can't even celebrate a milestone or something positive happening for you because they're all in a state of chaos themselves. So you walk away from that, love, and don't allow yourself be put into a state of anger and chaos. Sorry, I got cut out again, Aries. That is one real sure sign that spirit is strong. I didn't actually get cut out. The battery totally drained and I have to charge it there now. The energy is strong here, my love. Very, very strong. Anyway, let's get to the next cards. So here we have a very weak person, a petty person, small person, but yet somebody who is trying to exert power over you. Aries, I think before the month is over, this is a real moment where you kind of extricate yourself away from somebody who is, they're almost like, they're power hungry, or they want power over you. Whoever this may be, it might be a co-worker, somebody you're in competition with. It could be somebody in your family, your partner even in some cases, friends. It's somebody who's very, very weak, but wants to exert power in some way over you, and may even be a bit of a bully at times. And I see, which I'm very, very happy to say, Aries, that you've had enough. You've had enough. I feel you peeling yourself away from this person. This is a very weak-minded person, a very negative person. Somebody who wants to be seen as an authority figure, who wants to be seen as the boss, who wants to be seen as numero uno. They want to be seen as the big I am. But they're forcing themselves on people, on situations, on you. And there's a real moment, finally, I feel, Aries, towards the end of the month where you say, enough is enough. I don't need this. I don't need your weird power games. I don't need your weird communication. I don't need your weird games in general. I don't need them. I'm much better off without you in some cases. I'm much better off away from this. And I'm certainly much better off when I don't engage in those weird mind games, power games from weak people. Weak people, you know. And that's what it feels like. There's also the feeling here of stand up for yourself, Aries. I get the feeling towards the end of the month you might get to see that there was no reason to be afraid of standing up for yourself in a certain situation, because it seems that there is a weakness on the part of the other person or situation, that the moment you stand up against it, it crumbles, it falls apart, it's exposed as being not as strong as it wanted you to believe it was. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. And again, money, Aries. I feel towards the end of the month you're doing great with money, doing great with your finances. Money definitely being handled better. Maybe even a new financial project for you towards the end of the month. Really getting your hands stuck into it and saying, I'm beginning this, I'm starting this, this is my new project, this might make money for me. This could be me beginning again in a new career, or beginning from a very beginner's position on something. It's like, even if it's a new project or a new way to do your work or a new way to spend your money, whatever that may be on, it's like I'm beginning something. I feel, wow, the energy is so strong, Aries, it's incredible. I feel the end of the month, some of you could be spending money in a way that you've never spent it before. So that could be like spending money to buy a house. Maybe you've never bought a house before. You've never bought a certain item before. You've never done something like this with your money before. You've never invested it in this way before. You've never saved it. You've never paid off a debt so quickly, or you've never borrowed money for a project like this before. There's a feeling of, this is the first time I'm doing something that is involving the exchange of money, and it feels good, Aries. Some of you really could be paying off a debt towards the end of the month, but I feel it's getting a better handle and control over your money. But you know what I'm also feeling here, Aries? I'm feeling that towards the end of the month, there's a real eye-opening moment where you get to see how somebody else's negativity, or maybe even your own negativity and fear towards a certain situation, has been really getting in your way. How you get to see how much it has been holding you back, how much it has been painting you into a corner, how much it has been making you feel like you couldn't do what you wanted. And before the month ends, you wake up to that. You wake up and say, I'm better off making my own decisions. I'm able to negotiate with people. I'm able to listen to other people's points of view, their side of the story, blah, blah, blah. But I'm much better off doing my thing, my way, on my own. I can still love people. I can still share things with people. I can still keep certain relationships going, friendships, whatever they are, business things. I can still keep it all going. But there's a kind of division here. I'm better off when I'm making my own decisions. I'm better off when I'm taking care of where I need to be going. I've always been better off when I'm taking care of what I need to take care of. So that's very strong. Aries, that has been intense, I have to say. For me, reading your energy, it's very, very strong spirit energy, very, very strong. And the full moon in Aries this month, you're going to feel it. And I think you're going to be very, very inspired by it. And what I strongly feel is that you're going to be helped by spirit this month. For me, the help is coming in to get you away from a situation or even a person that has been holding you back or filling you with fear, filling you with dread, and trying to hold you down in some way. Aries, spirit is going to change that, and you have to obviously kind of meet spirit halfway. You can't just sit back and say, go on spirit, do your thing. You have to kind of help things along by not getting angry, by doing some of the things that we spoke about. And even, as I said, if it does mean you celebrating some win or some milestone or some achievement on your own, you're not actually on your own, Aries. Remember that. You always celebrate with spirit, and it's very, very strong this month. So, I mean, whatever you do with spirit, I don't know if some of you pray or if you light candles or have a little chat with those ancestors of yours. Whatever you do, it's very strong this month, Aries. So have a chat with them. Tell them your fears. Tell them what's been going on. Tell them what's been bothering you, and tell them how you'd like to see it change or how they can help you. And you might kind of get an answer. A very nice answer, I feel, from spirit. Very, very strong. Anyway, Aries, I'm going to leave it at that, but you know these are the general, strong but general energies of the month, to get into the real nitty-gritty, to find out what's going on in your relationship, if you're in a relationship, the singles, to find out what is going on in this very spirity kind of month. For love, is spirit going to bring you love this month? With your money and your career, again, very strong towards the end of the month, very, very strong. Family and friends, or anything else that we haven't spoken about, spirit, which I'm very strongly feeling might come up in the Vimeo readings, Aries. Come along. The link is down there below in the description box. The deep read. We'll go really deep into everything and open it right out. I get a feeling spirit is going to have something to say in the deep read, but I don't know if you want to come along, Aries. As I said, the link is down there, and let's get deeper into the energies and find out exactly what's going on for October for you, my love. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to leave you in your own very good, capable hands, but in the very good, capable hands of spirit, who's obviously all around you this month. And Aries, see you over at Vimeo, or see you next month. And as always, I'm going to leave you with all my love and a great, great big kiss from me to you. Mwah. Until next month, my beauty.